This tape was recorded on July 7th, 1978, dealing with B. Curry and Dean Phelps in the area north of Oakdale Schoolhouse. And Dennis Wiedman and Paula Norton are on the tape also. So do you think that those, which pile of rocks would you think would be the chimney?
Both piles. I figured that somebody separated them.
Yeah, the sawmill used to be right over there.
Yeah, house fit right here, didn't it?
So what were these rocks?
Huh? That's part of the chimney rocks.
Well, if the house sat over here had the...
Well, that was the old house.
Oh.
They built a new one right in here when they tore it down. You see?
Did Scott Phelps live in that one also?
He lived in it when he first moved here. He moved in that one, but he had a sawmill and built him a new one here. Then he tore that one down. And built him a barn out of part of the logs that come out of it.
Who was the previous owners before the Phelps?
Old man called Joe Howell. Joe Howell.
This is Joe Howell place, yeah.
That's what it goes by. The old man Joe Howell place. He lived here. He was dead when we moved, but the old lady, she was still living when we moved. And I forgot what her first name was.
And they were living in the log house.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And was it a how many room cabin was it?
It was the front part of it is two, front room and living room, and the kitchen.
Did it have a hallway?
Oh yeah.
Down between the rooms?
No, no. It's come out on just a big hallway across the porch, big old porch built at the top of it. Wasn't no hallway or nothing.
No hallway.
No. You seen them old time houses, ain't you?
A few of them.
Yeah, that's the way it's built.
So there'd be a chimney on the north side, but
the chimney was on the north side of it. Yeah. That had to be here because that's what's lined. I think it's further up. That's good. Ain't nothing looking like. Seen different.
When do you suppose they built the new house?
Oh, I know when they built it from this thing. They built it long, about 50, I guess. I think Jess London tore this one down. They give him all the old houses to tear them down, you know. Shoot, he'd tear them down too, boy.
And he was hired by someone?
They used to give him a house to tear it down to get for the lumber.
Yeah, but whose land was it at the time to give him the okay to do that? Reinhardt.
Reinhardt, yeah.
What was he doing with the lumber?
Boy, that's a question I don't know. You got to see somebody else about that. At that time, he lived over at Nycut. He was hauling lumber home.
Was he working with trucks at the time, or still the wagon days?
No, he had a little old pickup truck, some of them little small ones. All about as much as a man, 2 men could carry.
Yeah. Well, did Scott Phelps and Pearl, did they bring up kids here?
No, their kids all done practically grown and married when they moved here. See, they lived way out on the mountain to Hagen's place. When Lewis Howell left here and went to California, and they moved in behind after he left. Lewis Howell lived here and Lester lived right down there. That's after the old lady and the old man passed on.
Lester who?
Lester Howell.
Lester Howell. He lived in the other house?
Yeah.
North of here?
Right down there.
So how long do you suppose that log cabin was here?
Oh my God, I don't know. I imagine it's here 100 years anyhow.
Yeah?
It's an old house when we come here 40-something years ago.
What kind of house was the second one that they built?
He sold his own lumber right there and did it.
Was it very big?
It was a little 4-room box house. 2 bedrooms.
The electricity, I guess, hooked up to that house?
Oh yeah, no electricity hooked up to the old house.
Yeah. What about this newer one?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, they had electricity hooked up to it.
That looks fairly recent. When would have been the last time that the house was used?
Well, let's see, it's been quite a while back. They sold this to Reinhardt and bought the other over at Nycut and then separated. Scott's dead, but Pearl's still living.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going off down here. While y'all look around right here, thank you.
I guess this would be your uncle that had lived here, right? Did you ever come here and visit with him?
Oh, yeah, I used to walk down through here. Spend the night.
Yeah.
Had a bunch of boys, you know. All go down there and go swimming.
Uh-huh. Down at the Reader?
Beautiful.
Did you visit when the log cabin was here?
No, I don't remember that.
Uh-huh. It was a newer house then. Do you know if he was farming at that time, or what was Scott doing, making a living, providing for his family?
He was farming and he had a sawmill right over there.
Uh-huh. How far over there would have been the sawmill?
Just right over there where I was supposed to say.
Uh-huh. And would he have been cutting the trees himself, or people bringing them to him?
Always cutting them. He
Mm-hmm.
sawing them up, making tires, they haul them to Stillwell.
Uh-huh. What would have been the route to Stillwell from here?
Up through Nycut, up the old road, dirt road.
One that goes north out of Nycut, or northwest?
Northwest, probably. At the highway up there, 59.
You have any idea when they left this area?
No, I moved to Nycut when I left here. Just right down below the store there on the right-hand side.
The right-hand side as you're going north, or
There's
coming south on the right-hand side? When did Scott Phelps die? Did you know that?
about 3 years ago, I guess.
Oh, that recently. Did he live up near your Hagen Mountain before moving here?
He lived up there, I guess, long time.
Was his wife Pearl? What family was she related to?
Hal.
Hal. Lester Hal? Or
Lester. She might have been a sister-in-law too. Big problem thing.
So this is the Howell home place, and he actually just moved into the area of his wife's family there. Do they have a bunch of horses and pigs and cattle?
Few cows, horses, a lot of kids.
Yeah. How many kids did they have?
She had 8 kids. It's 1 girl and 7 boys.
Be a pretty good crew to keep fed.
There were 6 of us on our job keeping us all fed and going to school.
Most of the kids go to school at Oakdale, or was Oakdale finished by that
Not all
time?
his kids went up there. And one of them went to Motor on Rockville. One of them went, 2 of them went to Motor.
For high school? That sawmill, how did they power that? Was it have an engine?
Water, I guess. Steam.
Steam powered?
Might have been gas. I'm not sure.
Pretty big operation, or just
No,
just a family? Small, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Always stood up about that high. He kept a rock laying over it all the time.
Sandstone?
Huh? No, his just in a regular old rock. I don't know if it's sandstone or not.
But it was a dug well, it wasn't a...
Drill well.
Oh, it was a drilled well, so
Yeah.
it was Oh, when the log cabin was here, how would they have gotten water? Did they have a
Well
old,
was here then.
a drilled well?
Was here when the old cabin was here.
Oh. Was it too old for electricity?
It was a young old house.
How was Lester related to Scott?
His brother-in-law. The kitchen part was the bottom. Had a little porch on it. Which way was the front? It faced east.
How long do you think the house was here?
I don't know. It's here when we moved here. There's no telling. I've been here 60, 70 years. I don't, it wasn't long here as long as that other one was up yonder.
Mm-hmm. What are we, about 150 meters north of the Scott Phelps place?
Something like that, yeah.
This was a...
This that all belonged to old man Joe Howe, but when Lester got married, he moved in it. I think they used it a long time for a barn, but they fixed it up into a house, the best I could find out.
So it may have been Joe Howe's barn.
No, his original barn. Let's see now, where was it set? Seemed like he sat on this side of the road, right down there. And when Scott built the barn, he built it back on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
See, Scott built a house and barn both there after he moved there. Of course, as far as that's concerned, the barn, the old man Howard's barn had rotted plumb down. There wasn't no roof or nothing, just falling in.
Mm-hmm. That's when he was still living here?
Nah, he done died. And boys, they wouldn't take care of nothing.
Uh-huh.
They didn't kill the house for them.
Yeah, I still don't know how Lester's related to Scott. Is he?
Scott married Lester's sister. Made him brother-in-law.
Uh-huh. So that was Lester Howe?
Uh-huh.
Would be the son of Joe Howe.
He was son of old man Joe Howe.
Uh-huh.
I can't think of their mother's name. Her first name.
So he would be the brother of Tom Howe.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're all brothers.
Okay.
They were Bill Howe, and Tommy Howe, and Lester Howe, and Lewis Howe.
Uh-huh.
All was brothers.
Uh-huh. And this is where they were brought up?
There were two girls. They were Pearl and, let's see, what was her other name? Ola Howe.
Uh-huh. This is where they were brought up?
This is where they're all raised, right here.
Uh-huh.
Here and right down there where we used to live.
Uh-huh.
See, they lived down there when he bought this up here. He bought this when he lived down there and moved up here.
I see. So
now, there's a spring right out here somewhere where they carried water from. Rick, you can find it, Sonny? Yeah. Let's just walk out there and see if we can find it.
how many horses and cows would he keep?
Oh, they kept 25, 30 head. And then they keep feeding.
Rub board?
Yeah, then you rub board. And wasn't no automatic. They run by automatic, but the automatic by hand.
Was there any buildings around this area, or did they have to walk all
no.
that distance to the spring?
Had to walk that far to the spring. Oh, sure good water. I don't know. I thought it'd come right to it. But everything's rolled up, you sure get messed up. Didn't talk today.
How far would it be to your old place from here?
About a quarter of a mile.
Was there anybody ever lived between here and your place? No home sites?
No. Not on the way.
How about going west from here to Tom Welch's place?
No. Back then, when you moved up here, you was on your own.
Mm-hmm. Was this a wooded area right here, or was it all cleared?
Well, his wood, it's not near as wood as it is now, but there was a lot of timber in here.
So there was less wood?
Huh?
When Scott and all lived right here in Lester?
Yeah. Now, they used to go down that holler. They farmed it. They cleared it up and farmed it.
Mm-hmm. That would, which hollow would that?
Right there. That's Cow Holler.
Uh-huh.
Used to have make sorghum molasses down there, didn't
Yeah.
They had a molasses sorghum mill?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they had a big sorghum mill. You say? You know Scott, he got the tools after. Didn't they get him off the day?
I think so.
I got it built on down the road.
Where was it in relation to the house?
Across the road on the side.
Near the sawmill?
Sawmill, shop and all of them. All beside.
In the same place? Was it the same building?
No, Sawmill. Away from the garage there, I mean, shop is a bit.
Was he a business man for blacksmith, or did you
Oh,
just...
Scott, yeah, he shot lots of horses, shot and plowed. Sonny's dad done that when he lived up yonder.
Uh-huh.
People come down around short and up there to get the horses shot.
Did he do that all his life, you know?
No, I don't know now what he done all his life. Not now.
I mean...
Dexter, he was in World War One. That's where he learned his. Of course, he already worked in his dad's shop. The old man Charlie Phelps, his grandpa, he always run a blacksmith shop. He's kind of running all of them. Well, Frank he never was no blacksmith. He couldn't hardly drive a nail, as long as you're a horse. Howard old blacksmith, their old blacksmith shop, right along there. They had a big blacksmith
It's
shop.
in between the two buildings on the west side of the road.
Yeah.
Joe Howe?
Joe Howe.
Doing blacksmithing.
Mm-hmm. Cleaned all this out down here.
Bulldozer? How long ago was that?
That was after they tore this house down here. I don't know what's done to bulldozers up here. I know we cleaned out a lot in here.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty thick as growth down through there. They knocked her out of there.
When Scott lived up here, and
I saw a thicket right down through that for the
where did Frank Phelps live at that time?
Down at them old houses right there where George planted them soybeans.
Uh-huh. What about before he married Nan? Where did he live?
He stayed, I think, I don't remember now exactly where they did live. Seemed to me like they lived at Uniontown over at that Marshall place. That's where they lived. I was here to talk about it. Nelson here. Of course, this is just part of the Little Mill place right here we're sitting on.
Whose place is this?
It's their allotment, Little Mill. But I think that Elson owns it all now. And then Augusta joined him on the east side.
So when the Howes owned their property, it was this fence line right here, and it went across the creek?
Yeah.
4 to 5 acres?
Yeah.
Did they have it fenced off over there, or was it just open with everybody else's?
No, it's fenced off.
It is?
Yeah. That little corner in there fenced off to itself.
How would they get over there to farm it?
Crossing right there. You seen what gate went down the hill?
Uh-huh.
Crossing right there.
What's that crossing called?
Howell Ford. That's what they called it, yeah. Well, that used to be rough, though. Big old rocks in there. But they moved it a little further up and taken the bulldozer and planed it out, and they got a good crossing in there now. Turn it over. He's turning it over to him.
What's Monroe Ellison's son's name? The one that now owns the property.
I couldn't tell you what the last name is.
It's his son-in-law?
It's his son-in-law, yeah. Herb's all I ever know. That's his first name. Now, what his other name, I've heard he called, but I can't remember it. Seen him a lot of times. Nice kind of feller.
Uh-huh. So he's working all the land that Monroe had cleared out and worked.
He's got it all. He's got it all hay. Jay's done all the work. He comes in about every month or so.
Mm-hmm. So this Little Mills property.
Yeah, that's the Little Mills property.
It's about 10 acres, you say, right there.
That's supposed to be a 10-acre block right there.
And now Ellison's son-in-law is
got it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And is he working the land that used to belong to the house? Did he own that also?
No.
They don't own that?
No. Kirksanger owned that.
Kurt's land is over there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Tom Welch's property.
Yeah. This is the big Indian property right here. This here's allotment. He was married one time. He married Edith Cornwell. He's got a daughter. She's about 41 or 42, about Sonny's age. And he... Caroline.
Caroline Welch. Did she marry?
Oh, yeah. And have a check day while they come to see Tom.
She lived close by?
Fort Smith. He goes down once or stays a week or two with him.
Yeah. What was the name of his wife? Tom Welch's wife?
Edith. Her name was Edith Cornwell before she married him. That's the old lady. That's her mother.
Who lived there then?
Commodore Barnes. You know, that's George Waters' wife, Barbara Vanport.
How far this side of the ford, Rita Ford, would it be?
You see right there what makes that little bend? Right straight down there. Right on the left as you go around that bend.
It tore it down 2 years after you got...
Yeah, about 2 years we moved up here. The old man Reader, he had it rented, had this all leased. Of course, he claimed the house. Might have been his this time, I don't know. He tore it down, moved over to his house, built horse lots and hog pens and first one thing done out of that.
What kind of building was it?
It's just no box building. Boy, it's an old one, too.
When Commodore Barnes moved into the area, was that where he originally moved to?
I don't know. He lived there when we moved here.
Yeah.
I don't know how long he's been there. Paul Weaver, man, walled that up.
Paul Weaver?
Uh-huh.
Did he have his home place nearby?
No, up there somewhere. Of course, if Bull knows this whole house, you couldn't find it. And the house right up there somewhere. They carried water from right here. Cause this spring, they took rock, cement, and walled it up.
So they didn't drill anything, they just...
No. They just water runs down there, I guess, across the road here all the time. Mighty strong vein of water comes in there.
Yeah? Guy was married to Lula Mills.
They raised about 8 or 9 children. Then they separated. He went off to California and he come back here to them this year. What is her first name? Sonny? You know, that woman he married last. Julie. Her name was Julie Winston.
Uh-huh. So how long did Guy live down near Rocky Point?
Oh, he lived there 2 or 3 years. Then they sold that and bought that in the first house and moved to town.
Had you ever went to Rocky Point for any reasons?
Oh, I've been down there a lot of times.
Uh-huh.
But there wasn't nobody, no school going on. I went down there. First time I was ever in there, the house, Earl Morton lived in it.
Which house was it?
The Rocky Point Schoolhouse.
Yeah.
And I know there've been several people changed since Earl moved out. I think Earl bought it, fixed it up into a house.
Uh-huh. Earl Morton?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Moten or Morton?
Morton.
Was there 2 different families, a Moten family and a Morton family?
Yeah, two things said about a bunch of them. Earl Morton, he's Lindsay Peace's son-in-law. H.L.'s brother-in-law.
So did he marry one of Lindsay Peace's sisters?
The oldest girl, Lindsay's oldest girl, Mavis.
Uh-huh.
That's the first school she ever taught right there in Oakdale. She wasn't married at that time.
Uh-huh.
Yes, now she was too. She was married to Shannon Blaylock's boy. I can't think of his first name. Garland Blaylock.
That was her first husband?
That was her first husband.
Uh-huh. Did they have children?
Had one.
What was his name? Her name?
His, let's see. Him and Bob Parrish about the same age. I can't think of his first name. They're about 41 years old.
Uh-huh. Were they living in Oakdale at that time when he was born?
No. No, they wasn't living in Oakdale. They lived over about Mike or something. When he was born.
What did you say last week? It lived up here?
Henry Hart.
Henry Hart, or just due east of the Oakdale School.
Yeah, right there. Just looking right here.
What kind of house did he have?
Log house.
Was it an early one?
No, it's old. It one part of it was new, part of it was old.
Uh-huh.
He built one room on it. He got it off Munn Stevenson. I think he traded Munn Stevenson over. No?
Munn Stevenson?
Yeah.
He traded for it.
Yeah.
Was this all covered with trees at the time the school?
Oh, yeah. I just saw it said thicket down there at that time.
When the school was in
The old building. Then, well, Henry lived there, actually put it in the new one. Munn lived there, but the month before he got it off of Munn.
Did Munn have his family here for a long time?
Oh yeah, that's where he raised his family. He was there when we moved here. Munn was. That's been several years ago.
Don't fish that long now. Get an old piece of meat right and throw it in there.
So here we are at Dead Man Hollow.
We're right down in it.
Where would the sawmills have been?
There was one set right up there about a quarter, and one set right there. It's a little ways right there. Then the stave mill was about a mile on up the holler, where they made the staves. That's just right down below where they claimed them 3 men was buried. That's the reason they call it Dead Man Holler.
Who would have been the people to have run the sawmills?
Let's see, Spide Henderson run this one, and Joe Hibbert run that one up there. Now the stave mill, I don't know. It was moved out before we got here, but there's still some of the old staves there and all those sawdust and all.
Were the mills run by the water power?
No, both of them was run by an engine.
Engine?
Yeah.
What about the stave mill?
I imagine it's run by steam.
Steam. How
Now,
long
Joe Hibbert had one up yonder, and the edge of Arkansas was running by steam. I've seen it running.
So how many people would have lived up and down this creek in Dead Man Hollow?
I know one family that lived way up here. They built a little house. Tiny London built that house. Just right there by the old stave mill set. Just about a mile up there to it.
How long did he live there?
Oh, I'd say about 2 or 3 years.
That's before he moved down towards the 101?
Yeah. Well, he lived everywhere.
Yeah. Anybody live downstream?
I'll go with Dick Phelps. Used to live right out here now. Sonny's dad. Right around this road here. I think I can show you right where the old house place set.
All right. Well, is it easier?
Now, there's a good road. It's supposed to be a pretty good road going up to it.
Oh, so we're going to get to it from the other side?
We might get to it. That's up there. I don't know.
All right.
It's been about 5 years since I've been up there. I used to get to it easy. Actually on top. I don't know how it is now.
Well, where did he live in this place up to our west first and then move down here?
No, Dex one lived down here. That was Scott lived up there.
Scott lived up there.
One built the house down there where we just come from.
Yeah.
Now, he moved him up yonder down there.
All right. Did he live up here with Pearl?
Oh, yeah.
Or was that before he married Pearl?
No,
Raised quite a few kids up there.
Up here.
What'd they have? 12 children? 12, 13. There's 2 of them in McAllister now. One of them on death row. The 2 youngest ones.
Charlie, Clayton, Gilbert, Clarence,
Jay,
Glenn,
Vermay, Wayne.
That's it.
Then there's 2 or 3 dead. Yeah.
What kind of house did they have up there?
Little log house. One big room and then a little side room built to it. He built it himself.
Were they farming up there?
Nah. They farmed right over in the bottom of it.
They came down to the bottom of the farm.
Yeah.
That's quite a ways to go, a mile up there.
They didn't pay too much attention to it. The wagon had a good old easy riding wagon.
Iron wheel.
Head rock is bounced halfway down the hill.
living here. 4 years.
And this is Dexter's? Dexter Phelps.
My dad.
Uh-huh. Was the house here a long time before he moved in, or did he build it?
I think it was here before he moved in.
You know who the folks may have been that were here before?
No.
Is this where you were born?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Were you born right in the house?
Yeah.
Yeah. This must be bringing back old times for you then. How long did you live here before you moved away?
I guess it was Scott's place. We're up here on the schoolhouse.
Uh-huh.
Henry Hart.
Were you able to go this way and cross the creek to get to Uniontown?
Yeah.
Is that the main route going that way?
Went right down through there and then
To the south?
down Big Holler and across the
Southeast.
creek.
And then to get the short, you would head back up over the hill near Oakdale School. Which ford did you normally take to get across the big leaves down there? You took Reader Ford. So that means you went past the Scott Phelps place and Howell place. I guess the Curry place too then, huh? Can you ever remember that Commodore Barnes place?
Yeah, I just barely remember.
Uh-huh. Well, did you, was it wagons or did you have a car when you lived here?
My dad had a 35 Ford pickup.
Uh-huh.
Couldn't keep brakes on it. Had to come down a hill and low gear.
Uh-huh. Is that the first car you learned to drive? What kind of
Yeah. It's the first one.
So did he live here for a while with a wagon and then bought a truck, or?
Yeah, we had a wagon and farmed out there.
East of here.
There's quite a creek right over there about, I guess, a mile.
Uh-huh. How many acres on the bottom were cleared at the time?
Yeah, I think it was 160.
They were cleared, and he was working 160 acres? What, did he have a specific rotation of the crops, or?
Mostly had a lot of hay and corn down in the, close to the creek.
Mm-hmm. You ever have cattle?
Yeah, had a few cows, 10 or 15 milk cows.
Where'd he keep them?
Right over there. There was part of it fenced off for the stock and the rest of the farm.
On the bottoms? Or were they up on the hillside?
Well, it's just all of it's about bottom.
So what year would have it been that he moved in here? Dexter?
Before I was born, I guess.
What year were you born?
35.
How many other children were born right here? Brothers and sisters?
Well, the oldest ones were born way back up there, but I think I was born here and my sister was probably born here. And Melvin and Bob, Galvin, all the rest of them were born here.
When you had healthcare problems, which doctor did you go to?
Dr. Eberly in Fort Smith.
Yeah.
And Doc Blue.
Yeah.
Old Doc Blue.
Did he help you out a lot?
Oh, yeah.
How old of a man was he when you started going to him?
Doc Blue?
Yeah.
Oh, he's probably 50, 55. They gave you the same kind of medicine for anything you had wrong with you.
Yeah.
That's been good stuff. That's everybody around here went to it.
So you think it worked then, huh?
Yeah.
His medicines? Well, let's see if
Jess Workman's first wife. I can't remember her name. And there was one, Lonnie Horn, she lived back up there. She was really good too.
She lived up by the Scott Phelps place.
It's farther on about 2 miles, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
From
Did they come here to help your mom give birth to the children?
Mm-hmm.
Did someone help your mom when you were born?
Yeah.
Who was that?
That's probably Jess Workman's first wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, she done all
Was it a dug well?
Uh-huh. One dug down there where said we used to have a garden.
Mm-hmm. Another dug well there?
There was a big old well. I guess they dug it with shovel and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Do you think there may have been a house there previously, or
No, that's
just where your garden was?
Uh-huh.
Did you clear that ground there?
No, that was already cleared.
You know who dug the well?
No.
Mm-hmm. Was this well here when your dad moved in?
Mm-hmm.
How old do you think this house would have been when you know?
I don't know. It was a pretty good house when I remember.
Uh-huh.
So it couldn't have been too old.
Was it tore down or burned down or what?
I don't know. I guess it probably burned down. And it might have tore it down because what little lumber was in it.
Uh-huh. Well, when you were 16 and you moved off of here, did the whole family move at that time, or just yourself? All of you. And where did you move then?
I think we moved to... It's been 2 or 3 years in Colorado. And come back. Moved over there by Jay Steelers. There's a big white house off east of the road there.
Mm-hmm.
North of the road. You know where old man Steeler used to live there. Right down the hill from Short Church.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's a couple blocks over there.
Mm-hmm. So the whole family moved to Colorado for a couple of years, or just yourself?
Just for me, my sister, and the rest of the younger ones. And Alice and Earl in California.
He bought or something he made up himself?
Something made up on it.
What color was it?
Oh, it's kind of powder.
Oh, it was different than the other chemicals that were talked about earlier. Did it work?
Yeah.
It did. Huh. A lot of people are bothered by poison ivy.
Mm-hmm. I never was too much, but younger brothers.
Why did your folks move out of here? Why did the family move out of here?
Oh, some guy bought the land.
I see.
I don't remember who it was.
So they didn't own the property?
No, it was supposed to be ours, but they cheated us out of somewhere up south. So,
Oh.
yeah, crookest bunch of people you ever seen up here south.
Yeah. So did your dad think he was owning this land and also the bottoms that he was farming? Yeah.
Did he buy it or?
Well, it's allotted to my mother's mother, I guess.
Your mother's mother was allotted the land? What was her name?
Mary Ann Morton.
Mary Ann Morton. Well, if it was allotted to her and hadn't been sold, then...
There's a bunch of heirs.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how.
I see. Is this where you ran into that tornado?
Yeah. Come up through here, there's a big elm tree stood right over there. Blow that down. Yes. Big old swinging tree.
That's a pretty big tree there.
Look at half the barn way over here.
Yeah.
That's the branch.
Barn was on the other side of the branch? Looked like you were pointing up this way, about to say something a little while ago, was there?
It's we got a smokehouse right behind the house.
Yeah.
Kill hogs in the wintertime. Smoke them.
Was it wooden?
Wooden house, yeah.
Yeah. Was it in the ground at all, or just standing up above
Just
the ground?
up above it, yeah.
Was there any stone foundation around it?
No.
No.
I think it's made out of log.
Did you do a lot of hunting while you're up here?
Squirrel, rabbit, everything else.
You get deer?
No, there wasn't any deer here then.
It wasn't. Was it as overgrown as this?
No.
Even the woods, was
These
it?
trees here wasn't even here then.
What was here?
They was just open.
It was all open? How big of an area would have it been before you got the big tree?
Probably those trees, small ones up there, all the way across to the branch down here.
Who cleared all this land out?
I don't know. It was cleared out when I moved here.
And was that land being farmed? Or was it just open pasture?
Just open. Here?
Yeah, around the
It's
house.
just open.
How'd you keep all the brush down back in those days?
I don't know. We walked around, had dogs and everything else. I guess they just wore it down.
Did your grandmother, Mary Ann Morton, ever live here?
No, I think she died up there. I think they probably Sis Morton place. That's what they call it right now.
That's the same person then, Sis Morton and
My mother's.
your mother's mother. Who did she end up marrying? Sis Morton. Like, was Morton her maiden name, or is that the name that she was born with? Did she marry Morton?
No, I don't guess it was. I don't remember my grandfather.
So Morton was her name then.
After she got married.
Oh, after she got married. All right.
Do you remember her name before she was married then?
No.
What, she was allotted land under?
No. Wiedman, no. Oh, on the roll. Or rolling on those morning. I was hanging and fell and broke my arm. Mother carried me all the way to Oakdale school.
Was it a bad break?
No.
Yeah.
Just broke
You remember this piece of metal?
No.
After you got to Oakdale School with a broken arm, was somebody up there to help you?
Yeah.
Dee, do you remember coming up here and visiting here?
Oh yeah, lots of time. I've been here many, many times.
Yeah.
That's why I moved old man Bill Woods from when I moved him down on Blackbird.
Is that right?
Yeah, right here.
Wow.
That's the one who lived here before me.
Yeah.
Well, Bill Woods lived here before.
Before they
Dexter
moved,
Phelps?
Yeah, before they moved up the mountain down here where we were going to.
Oh.
There's grandma's old place.
So, you moved Bill Woods from here
Down
to
Blackbird.
Blackbird.
Yeah, well, I showed you that's a house and what trail had been built.
Yeah. How long do you think Bill Woods lived here before then?
I don't know. He lived here when we moved here. I figure about a year or two. Bill didn't stay very long in one place. He was like Hank Snow. He was moving on.
Do you remember the folks that may have been here before then? Somebody talked to you about that? Before Bill Woods?
Now, Jim Fuller lived here one time.
He did.
Cletus Fuller's dad. Y'all ever met him?
Mm-mm.
He lived down toward Malcolm Weber. He's a big guy. He weighs close to 300 pounds.
Oh.
He's out there at the house quite a bit. But they lived here before we moved here.
Mm-hmm. The Fullers.
The Fullers, yeah.
Uh-huh. So this fellow that's living in Weber, his name's Cletus?
Cletus Fuller.
Uh-huh. And he lived here?
Yeah. He was. I don't know. He might have been born here. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
He's about 53 or 4 along there something.
Uh-huh. Did Bill Woods and the Fullers, did they also farm?
I don't know what the Fullers done. Bill Woods farmed down yonder when we first down the other day. Well, they had them soybeans planted.
Uh-huh.
Joe Wood lived in that old house there that I was telling you about, the old Ernie Baldridge house.
Uh-huh.
That was Bill's boy, and they farmed out there. They had half of that rented at that time. But the next year, we took it all. And Bill and him, he moved down yonder, and Joe moved over on Andy Rogers' place, just across the creek when we first started up there this morning.
Mm-hmm. We're on top of Hagen's Mountain.
We're on top of Hagen Mountain.
That's a big well.
We mess around there and fall in. Hey, have to go back out and get somebody to pull you out.
Looks like it's not. That's not lined. They had to go through rock down there, didn't they?
Yeah, they went through rock all the way down. Look.
Oh my God.
What the baby did.
Oh man. How about they dug here for 5 years before we got anywhere?
Who do you think put that well in?
I just have a night of some of the Victories did.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they was here first, and he married a Victory. Four Victory. Then he had the yard walled up where it wasn't more. If I could over yonder, that old Victory place where we used to live called the Baldridge place. Them Victories were pretty good about that. They didn't lose the soil. Now that was a cellar right there.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
I think it's the biggest cellar I've ever seen around these parts.
Well, that's the old house place right there. You see where the timber and everything was?
Mm-hmm.
With the burnt foundation and all. Yeah, they kept fruit in there, though. Yeah. Looked like it had a few spears in there, too. I wouldn't thought so. A bunch of preachers lived here. They burned, cut them far. See over yonder, some of them. Well, they use them for the rafters to sit on.
Where'd they get the sawed wood at?
Oh, you mean the lumber?
Uh-huh.
And old sawmills. Shoot, they used to all over this country.
Was there a sawmill here?
There's one right down there on the bottom by the hill.
At the foot of the hill.
Yes, that was the old steam engine.
Oh. Who run that one?
Joe Hibbert run that, and that was the first time I know anything about it.
Is there a road gone to the east to that one, or did they have to go down south?
It used to go right on around down the sawmill. But Lord, you can
That's
get
south. That southern one.
right on around through here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've hauled lumber out of it. Team wagon.
It's about 4 foot deep right now.
Yeah.
To the ground level. Then there's one stone high on the south side, and then meets the ground level on the north side.
Yeah, I stayed up here with these people for nearly a year and worked for them.
Yeah?
They run a sawmill back over here on Middle Point. We walked to one back.
How far was that?
About 5 miles back over there.
Wow.
Thought more about it and did riding up here.
What year did you work up here?
40.
1940?
Mm-hmm.
What were you doing?
Running the sawmill.
Running the sawmill.
I was off burning myself, had them big heavy tires.
Yeah. So did you live here?
I stayed here with these people.
Wow. And who were these people at that
Ben
time?
Russell. They lived here
Ben
at that
Russell.
time. We were staying here boarding here with them. I was getting $1 a day in board. Boy, I was making the money.
Do you have any place to spend it around here?
Not right here. Well, we got a super highway out here then.
Yeah.
How can we show you the old house place now?
I ain't got a way, you know, and one drove that.
One more the way. So here's the old chimney right.
Or just something?
Yeah, we had the old wall up information way. Yeah.
That was a big house.
Oh, you ain't kidding, that's a big house.
Still have the timbers left.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, that was the cells they had in the bottom of the house.
Uh-huh. Stones still piled up.
Yeah.
Where did the chimney set?
Right there. Right over there.
To the west?
See it? See that where all that burnt stuff is?
Uh-huh.
Right in there. That's that loft.
Did it have just one chimney?
One dog's head.
And what kind of house was it?
The big room was a log house. I think that was here. That was the big room log house. But I'm pretty sure it all might have been log house. For all I know, I didn't. Now here, right in here before the flue was built for the kitchen, the cook stove.
Uh-huh.
See them brick there?
That's the northeast corner of the house.
Right.
Oh, brick there.
Yeah.
So they built the chimney flue at a later time?
Flue, yeah, they had a flue for the cook stove.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, them's all heavy timbers.
How long ago was the building standing, do you know?
Oh, I don't know. It's an old building when I first saw it.
Because there's a lot of remains.
Yeah. I imagine a lot of them nails, them old square nails. You've seen them, ain't you?
Yeah.
I hear where. That's the old square bit.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like horseshoe nails.
Horseshoe nail.
Now, you see the way they tied them logs together? They drilled a hole down through them
Mm-hmm.
and pegged every one of them down with a peg about that big.
Mm-hmm.
Drill a hole and peg them down. My brother-in-law lived in the house over there. It's over 100 years old, and I helped him haul it. We had to tear down some of it, to replace the rotten logs at the bottom.
Yeah.
Took 2 or 3 logs off the top. Let's peg down these kind of nails in it.
What kind of roof did this building have?
Had what I'd call a clapboard roofing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of board you make out here in the woods.
Mm-hmm. Was it high eaves?
Yeah. Lord, yeah.
Was there room upstairs for another
No.
room?
No, there wasn't no upstairs. Just real steep roof on it.
So the house faced which direction?
Straight down that road.
Southerly.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a porch?
Oh, yeah, there's a big porch on it. You bet. As long as the whole
wow.
house. And the roof went plumb over the porch. It didn't stop here and then tack in.
Mm-hmm.
It all fastened together.
Mm-hmm.
Was there 2 front doors?
Yeah, one went out this room and one out that. And there's a kitchen door right over there that went out.
Was there a little room there? You can see the rocks
That was
going out.
yeah, that's a little room. I think they used that for the dining room. This was where they cooked, and I think they used this right here for where they ate, the dining room.
All right, some logs piled up back there.
Yeah. Now the barn is right down there.
To the southeast?
Right straight down by them trees. It was a big barn too. What'd you find there, Sonny? Shades.
Who died of TB?
Miss Higgins.
Yeah.
Ernie did too, his sister. She died of TB. I see you've always heard about the Higgins foul. Finally got to it. It was a scramble, wasn't it?
So,
I'd hate if you'd been drunk coming up through there. We'd have made a wide road.
so how long do you think the Higgins lived here? When do you think they moved in?
I'll say the Higgins lived here 40 years.
Yeah.
At least.
Where was Tom Hagen from?
I don't know. He was a loner.
Yeah.
Didn't have no... His ancestors... Now, wait a minute. His dad, after he married, moved in there with him. He died. And where they come from, I never did learn. His dad was old when they married, and he moved in here with him. He didn't last long.
What was his wife's name?
Corey. I believe that was her name. Corey Higgins. Tom Higgins' wife. I tell you, yeah, Corey.
What was her name before she married?
Victory.
She was Victory.
Yeah. Her and Ernie down there, you know, we was talking about it.
Ernie Baldridge?
Yeah. They were sisters.
And so was this, this was allotted Victory lands?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Tom Hagen married in and then moved in on the
Tom
property of his
Hagen
wife.
married into the rich people, you see. That old man Charlie Victory, now he run through with all the his. But Dick and Rick kept theirs. Their lot was over here on the creek. Rick's out there at Uniontown. And then they, of course, they're all dead, but the grandchildren still holding on the biggest part of it.
Still not passed on in the...
Bill Victory's grandson owns that there where Rick lived, all that. He owns it all. He was sheriff at Van Buren for years and years.
So this is Kurtzinger land now?
Yeah, oh yeah. There's a 20 up here, or 60 up here, that belongs to Tom Welch.
Tom Welch?
Yeah, right on up here, just a little further. And he owns 80 over at Around Mountain. It's restricted land, he can't sell it.
That's Tom Welch?
Yeah. But you mentioned it to Kurtzingers or anybody like that. Oh, no, he don't know nothing.
Well, what were they, was he farming all this mountaintop? Tom Hagen?
Oh, yeah, I'll show you where they farm. All that field that's yonder. From on to Ben Russell lived up here, and on through from to Ben's house. They farmed corn, peas. Well, they're planting some, I guess, a little cotton time or two.
What about these fields that we came through?
They're
area.
just using them for rain, just this open rain.
Open
Turn the
range.
cows out. He had a big cow lot built right down there. And he milked about 25, 30 head of cattle. And at their Bonnie Limore, that lived up here, she come down here and help them milk for milk. I've helped them milk a lot of times.
And so what were they doing with all that milk?
Hauling it to town and selling it.
Which town?
The most thing is Stillwell. After I told you a while ago, it looked like it'd all be churned before we got down there.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the way. Oh, tree there died out.
So that pasture range south of here that we drove through, was that open when Hagen was here, or was that something Reinhardt or Kurtz did?
No, that's all open range. Just turn them outside.
Yeah. Even that cleared area was cleared at that time?
And around the schoolhouse and all up there where Kirkshanger got his airport, that was all open range. Wasn't nobody owned nothing. That was all grandma's land.
Yeah. But was it open in the sense that there weren't any trees there?
No fence at all.
How about trees?
Just fence. No fence at all. When you turned them out, you branded them, marked them. That's all you went to hunt them with. If you found yours, or somebody else will tell you where to see them.
But Hagen had his cows fenced in when he was milking?
Yeah, he had all his milk cows fenced in. He had his pasture here fenced in. But all of his outside cows stayed on the outside.
How did he keep the milk from spoiling?
Oh boy, don't ask me.
Before he got to market?
I think he'd milk tonight in the morning, he'd take it to town. He generally had a load of ties to take with it. Ties bring about, actually get him up there, I'd bring about a quarter.
And he had big trucks?
Had a big truck, yeah, he had a big truck, big old truck. Well, heck, they didn't think nothing about going in and out here.
So when do you think was the last time somebody lived up here?
Well, let me see. I just imagine Alvy Partaine's the last man that ever lived here.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Did anybody live here between Alvy Partain and Tom Hagen?
Yeah, Ben Russell lived here a long time after Tom left. And when Ben sold out, he sold out to Earl Helen. Oh, no, wait a minute. I got that little wrong. Ben sold out to Earl Helen. And Earl Helen put Virgil Brown up here, giving him free rent to see about his cattle. And he stayed up here about 2 years, and then the Freeborn, bought the whole outfit. Then they put Alvy Partain up here.
So when was the first time that it was sold so that it would be become unrestricted land?
Well, Tom Hagen sold it Ben Russell, that was his son-in-law. That's when they left out. See, Miss Hagan died. They sold, and he married one of Tom's daughters, and they wanted the land, so they sold it to him for little or nothing.
Yeah, so that wasn't an inheritance. That was a sale.
And they just sold it to him. He had all signed the deed over to it. And he sold the whole thing, cattle and all, to Earl Helms for $2,500.
How many acres?
God, don't ask me. 200 or 300, I guess.
Yeah. Did they grow any orchards or fruit trees?
Yeah, they used to have fruit trees around here. Yeah, they had most any kind of fruit tree you wanted. They had them all around here in the field. That's been had that cellar built. They kept it full of fruit. Kept that all that milk down in there too, you see, keep it cool. Oh, combing on them houses stayed pretty well put, didn't it?
Well, do you think the cellar, was it, did have beams across it and covered with sod, or how did they have a roof on that?
I'm pretty sure they had them big heavy beams across here and had them nailed together. You see yonder how they had them nailed in there where they wouldn't come loose? See, now they have then they supported it with other beams across there. And then put the ceiling in there and then put the roof over it. See, that looked like those ceilings fell down in it. There.
Did you come up here often? You know, after you had worked here and lived here for a while? Is our second tape we're just getting into now.
Right up here, didn't it?
That's a pretty bit of energy expended in the building this wall to support the front yard.
But I knew they'd remember this well. I just threw the rock down in there, boy. Here.
How far do you think it is?
That's probably 10 foot of water.
I guess that could have been for the barn.
It might have been.
But then again, it's right between the barn and the house. You think this one was drilled?
I met his drill when I was here. I never remember it. I never remember seeing this here.
Yeah.
Of course, they might have covered up then, too.
How big was the barn?
Gosh, I don't know his big barn. He's a long ways around. The shed went from around it. All the way around.
All four sides?
All four sides.
So the central building was just right in the center there then?
Yeah. Yeah.
How was it organized?
It's just a big building built right in the center of it. Then he shed it all the way around with a hip roof on it.
Was it tin roof?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Were there stalls running?
Stalls all in it. For cows, horses, and they put in it.
Is that where he milked his cows?
No, he milked his cows right there.
Did he milk them in the field, or is there another building down there?
Had a big cow lot down there.
With a barn?
Yeah, there was a little old shed down there. It wasn't much of a barn.
Milk shed.
Yeah. We put the well down. We found gold well right here. Yeah. It's rock in there with anchor.
This is before or after he lived down there at the Tom Hagen place?
That's this is before.
It's just a small box house?
Yeah. You ain't see that horse has steps trying to stand before the edge, you know. See the road come around now, that's that time. Come around the fence. Go right in front.
Gene, you remember a house being here?
Honey cake.
Yeah. Ben Russell, he was a preacher too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's just about dead now. It took him about 10 to kill day before yesterday. Had a heart attack. Been down there 3 weeks. He's about blind when he lived up here.
How long do you think he lived here?
He lived here about 5, 6 years.
Oh. Have a family with him?
Yeah, I had a wife and little boy.
And his wife's name?
Anita. And Tom Hagen's daughter's oldest daughter.
Oh. So Tom Hagen lived south of here, and he brought up his children there, and then...
They married and moved up in this house.
And then after Tom Hagen moved out?
After Tom's wife died, well then Ben, he bought it all off of Tom. He didn't give him very much for it. Of course, kids all kind of didn't have it, you know. Just must have.
So then he moved from here down to the Hagen place.
Yeah, when they all moved out, when he got everything fixed, he moved in down there. Then Tom and Bob and Irma come back up here. We stayed up here a while, back here a while, and wasn't over yonder. And Irma and Bob met Ted. They wasn't here half the time. They didn't stay till night up. So we got to stand down and meet Ben. There's one here somewhere if we can find it. I don't know just what about. I don't remember just where it's at.
In those days, did the people drill their own wells and buy the masonry, or did they call somebody in?
No, they'd have to get somebody with a team, use a team drill.
Uh-huh.
About like an old molasses mill around. Take them a week to get a hole that deep. It'll take them a long time to drill a well, team. That it?
Whose place is this now?
Old man John Limore.
John Limore.
Now this house was made by random. Slab roof, pine rafters. See 'em?
How long ago was it standing?
Oh Lord, I know his old house first time I ever seen it.
Was it here when you moved in?
Yeah, it was here when Wiedman come here, yeah.
Wow. How come Reinhardt didn't haul this one off?
I don't guess anybody wanted it.
Wanted to come up this far to get the wood.
Yeah. The porch fell in too, didn't it? See, this is the porch right here. See, the porch faced the road.
Front faced west. Mm-hmm. Now that's a big cedar tree.
Yeah. It wasn't that big. It kept it trimmed up all the time. Right there, son, you're going to step on the nail. Well, that's dangerous out there where that's at.
What kind of wood did they use for the roof?
Just a red oak. Red oak clapboard. They made them themselves. You ever see one of them little clapboard makers? Well, they're just on a little old handle. Push it down and give her a jerk, and off it comes. But it's off just like a board. I nearly make none, but I helped cut them to make them. Then my dad made enough board to cover our house down where we lived, and made enough palings to mess around in the garden. Whole corn liquor.
Did John Limore live here a long time?
Yeah, oh yeah. Sonny, does this place look right? Yeah. I figured after a while I'd get him straightened out.
How'd the house sit then?
House up, face the west.
Face the west?
Uh-huh.
How many rooms was it?
Yeah, I believe there was 4. 3 or 4. I believe there's 4 rooms. See, here's the porch part. You can tell where it fell off. So the room part's all back here. This is the front porch. The front room, you stand in the front room. That's the front porch out. Now, where the well was is below, I don't know. You know anything about where the well was, Sonny? Was it dug well? Well, could have been. I never was up here too many times. I'm up here a few times. Now, you know, the stand makes out pressure a lot. Been up here a lot of times through here deer hunting. But no much, not so well. Oh, yeah, right?
Looks like they have hand-hewn beams to support the floors.
Oh, yeah, they had that. This house here was just practically made with a softened action of roll slab boards.
And sawn lumber for
Yeah.
for the roof.
Well, that's where they tied in for the sill set on.
Well, that may be a floor beam too, and this just may be an older beam here.
It is. That's an old beam they got.
It looks like the rafters holding up the roof were just round pine.
That's in pine.
Did you have a stone fireplace or?
No, they had no
Wood
fireplace
stove?
stove. They just had here it is right here. Stove come up right up through the cone. So you straddle the cone. That's where they called it fire here, Tommy. Up here at the old dry thing. Better hold it too. Dressing is thick. They did. They kept on man down and kept them big. You won't catch it all in.
Was
Yeah,
John
you
Lymore-
tell no one you tell now about that chicken steam.
I wasn't the one that's doing it.
Oh,
Oldest brothers.
oh.
Pat
Tell me your cousins.
Workman, Russell, Elmer.
Was John Lymore, was he an Indian fellow?
All of us like him. He was an old man, way back there.
Didn't have any teeth, did he?
He didn't have hardly a hair on his head. Bald headed.
He wear one of them old overall jackets, you know.
Yeah.
He said if that keeps the cold out in the wintertime, it ought to keep the
Heat
heat
out in
out in the
summertime.
summertime.
How will it work though? I've seen one didn't keep the colder heat either one out.
So Sarah Comstock lived just east down the hill.
About 2 miles. Maybe not over a mile, not more than over a mile and a half. Straight off on the hill there. It used to be a road went down through there, her house.
Was she related to Tom Comstock that had a store? And
Oh yeah. Yeah, they was distant relations, but
oh,
they was kinfolk. Her husband, she was a catcher before she married. Her daddy lived right around over yonder about 3 or 4 miles. Raised her, that's where he raised her.
Which way?
Go up here right by the Dr. Pepper's place and go back through to the McNally Field, the Omo Field, and come out right there to the catcher house. If I got the right idea, I've been through there several times, but actually telling you just the way to go, I couldn't. Because I never did pay much attention, I was always with somebody else. I walked through there once. I wouldn't know where I was going. I was right there, right about a mile, I guess about a half mile, this side of the old catch house one time. Then Paul Matthew, you know, I tell you, the back truck I played out was deer hunting. I had 3 beagles. One up, they jumped the beagle. One of them wouldn't run. And last time we heard one of them had a ball mouth. Last time I heard that ball mouth, he run through that catcher house, across the road. The guy killed him right on top of the big round mountain, took the beagle home with him. He lived 11 miles north still, that little piney. Well, I never did find him. One day I got a letter from him. Said, I think he's your beagle, that's your name on him. When I went up there after him, he told me this whole story. He brought him back down here on Sunday, the last day of deer season, used him that day. So he still took him home with him. Made me about half mad. I said, well, if you knowed his mind, why didn't you leave him up for summer and call me and tell me where he left him? I went and got him. Yeah, I said, I thought I'd bring him up here another way. I've got no chance to call you right here, you know where he's at. I'll tell you, the day wrote us. They went to Christmas parade at Southpaw. Got the letter when I started Southpaw. I don't know if I can get him after spring. He said he kind of doubted being my dog when he drove up. I called him old Baldy. I said, come here, Baldy. Boy tried to climb the truck with me. No, I said, I guess he's your dog. He knowed he was. He wanted an excuse, you see, for keeping it.
You ever hunt up here?
Up in here? Oh, yeah, up in the field, Lord. We would drive down about where Bexell's place was. That's about as far as we come in the car. There was a natural pickup. At times, some of them drive all the way up here. I drove up here myself, but you carry the truck up. I'd leave the truck sitting there and going up here foot. That time we left Paul down there and we come plumb on here and we plumb out the deck up place, plumb in on Middle Point. About, well, I guess we about a half mile this side of the catcher place and then dogs in that deer. It's a long way to get to catcher place. We come straight back through though. We come straight back down the Dead Man to a truck. See, we cut off several miles there. And I'll just be honest with you, about half the time I was lost. I just kind of taking the directions. I know the way the holler runs, we just following the holler, the way it runs. But there's so many forks that takes off up there if you ain't pretty careful. I'll take the wrong one. There's one place up there they call the waterfall. The waterfall is way down too, it's way high, it's filled up over there.
It's in Dead Man Hall?
Yeah.
Right up
way
there.
around up there.
What was Sarah Ketcher's father's name?
Lewis
Lewis.
Ketchum. And she had one brother. His name was Dad. Had one sister, and her name was Edith. And Sarah's the only one in the bunch that cusses.
Dip snow.
Yeah. Spit my cat's eye a quarter.
What was her mother's name?
Huh?
What was her mother's name?
Let me see. I'll be doggone if I know. First time I remember seeing her, she had one of them old spinning wheels.
Her mother?
Yeah. Had that on the front porch. Spinning that, weaving that cotton cloth stuff. We'd pass us load ties. I was just thinking that thing. John said, you know what that is? Not for sure. He said, that's an old spinning wheel. Boy, she was really working. She was old then.
When was that?
Huh?
When was that?
I guess that was in the summer of 40.
She would have been down on the hillside there?
No, that's Sarah's mother. She lived back over there to the catcher place. That's where you got the gate. There's George Brown's little round mountain, you know what tower is? Big round mountain, what tower is? Right there.
That's way up there. That's in Adair County.
You know we're just about in Adair County now? We're doing that with a very little.
It's still on the map.
Look on the map there and you can tell. It's
barely.
a little ways right out there.
Or did it finish?
When
Who was born here then?
Son was born up here.
And which of his other brothers and sisters?
Melvin and Bob Gowan was born down yonder. And Earl and Ellis and Velma and Sonny were born up here.
Up north.
Yeah.
What's the name of the place where they were born?
The old name Sis Morton place.
This Morton place. Is that what you were told?
Ellis and Earl used to run around without any clothes on in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Somebody come visit and they'd run and hide.
Then one time I take some wagon wheels up there. Get them fixed. Up on one Sunday evening. Deck come by down, he's about drunk, coming on home. He said, rain went up, he'd fix it Monday morning. Or it's cool. I bored Scotch, no one Scotch way, it's less health way. Come in and draw him up here. House Merrill busy playing, that's no thinking to me. There no clothes on, boy, they're really running clean up their heels. Oh, when they seen me though, they tore the bushes down and get them going. Let's see, that's been, well, that was in 35. How many years ago was that been?
About 43.
Mm-hmm. And you was just little bitty boy. How old are you?
43.
What I thought. That's what I said, you make a little racket, not very much.
He said these, when they put their chickens out here, this place, they were eaten by wolves and foxes. Yeah. Were there a lot of wolves up in here?
Yeah, they was in. A lot of fox, a lot of red fox, gray fox.
Are there any fox left around?
Yeah. There's not too many. They trapped them out. There was a lot of wolves and a lot of fox, so they got that trap season open. Lord, I mean, they send them. You know, the wolves would get the stick, they'll get them wolf trappers come in, and send them out. So, I think somebody's going to pin down now, there ain't any.
And they brought the trappers in from outside?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Where'd they come from?
Well, they're government trappers.
Oh.
Well, y'all want to drive on up?
Sure.
The rest of them. Went on down that whole way, just build them a cabin and live over.
So what's that?
You remember when they lived over Lester Morton all the time?
So
I guess that's the reason they called it Morton Mountain.
is this is that a commonly known or?
That's when back then that's the way they done it. But they don't anymore because people own it now, you know, and they won't allow it.
Well,
back then, whoever you move and build your cabin is yours. But that's over.
was Sis Morton, the person who lived here, was she related to those folks on Morton Mountain?
Different. Them was Morton's and this is Morton.
Oh, I see. Well, this Morton Cemetery, this was for the folks that lived just right around in these parts there?
Yeah. I think Tom and his mother buried here too. Is Tom and his mother buried here too? Or she buried Cedarville? Tom Key's mother.
So how many Keys did you know? It was Tom and Ott and Claude?
You see, there's a cousin. Their mother's a sister.
Well, where did the Keys live then?
Well, Ott Key still lives over at 635.
Where?
635, like going to Van Buren. Tom, Claude's dead. Old man Key's dead. Well, a lot of them boys, Tom boys, lives in Van Buren. James, Milford, and them. Dee. What did they ever do with Dee about killing his wife? You ever know?
Where was their house site at? Where did they live?
Well, I think when they lived up in here, they lived back in this one on these old fields, old man fields did. Then he lived back in there towards the McNair fields, old old fields. Yeah. I know it really did. He come to death one day not down there. He come this way. His name was Jim, wasn't it?
What was the oldest Key? The oldest man. His name?
That's one I know. The oldest thing was Jim.
Was Jim?
Yeah.
A lot of these are little kids, children.
What down?
You know who William Morton? You ever heard of him? No?
No.
I guess he's the oldest one in here. In this. Oh, we got Samuel Morton also. You ever heard of Samuel?
I never did. You know the old Indians used to have a graveyard of their own. They did their own.
Mortons weren't Indians, were they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they were?
Oh, his granddad. An old half-breed. I think he was full-blood. Down there before she shot her line. My grandpa was full-blood. He was half-breed. He shot his line. That's smart enough. They learned that. And rode with full-blood. The land to be strict. They couldn't sell it.
Yeah.
They didn't want that at all.
Uh-huh.
Most of them, when they got everything fixed, they sold it right then. Oh, her lot was down Brogan.
Brogan?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Don't you know what Gan is?
Oh, Gan. Below Gan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down there, killed a 40. Right there at the bus school, right there at the old Bethel schoolhouse.
What's it called? Bethel?
My mother's buried at the Raleigh graveyard there at Gan. We went down there, we couldn't more find her grave, just like this in here, rolled up, but hadn't been took care of, and nothing. There's a lot of headstones there, like these, and a lot of them wasn't nothing but just footstones. That's all you can learn about. I was figuring on putting my dad there. If we couldn't find her, I wouldn't do it.
So your dad's over in Seabolt Cemetery.
Yeah. He'd been living. He'd been 80. He was been 84. The 20th day of May. That's the last 20th day of May. He'd been 84.
Last May.
Now Ruth's mother will be 85. I don't remember. It ain't very long off. They're straight off down there somewhere at H.L.'s cabin. You know where the Arkansas line is down there? It's just exactly a mile from the line running to them his cabin. So they helped him fence that. We made that whole stretch through in one stretch. Me and Lynn and Jay. Fencing for Clarence Road, and he bought that acre on the south side there.
Gene, so what's your grandmother's name that you had thought was buried up here? Marianne.
I just can't seem to see it. I just have a night if some of these head rocks here is hers. I don't know what's her.
Eli McAnally is buried right here. Is he farming the land north of here? Is that his property you're talking about?
Yeah, that was his old property. Now that's old man Jeff McAnally, Edith's grandpa, Wade's wife's grandpa.
Oh. What was his wife's name? Eli's wife.
Well, I don't really know. I never did know her. She was dead before I got acquainted with her. Here's old man McAnally's grave. Old man Eli, you remember him, Sonny? Jesse's daddy? North end. This here's north end.
Uh-huh.
North face on the north end, the house facing the west.
Is there a porch on the front?
Yeah, big porch plumb across it. Plumb across the... Y'all step and see how wide it was. It's pretty big house.
24 feet?
That sounds about right.
What was that depression in the ground there to the west?
Really, I don't know exactly what that was now. Had a blacksmith shop right in there. They just crossed the road. Then there was a plain travel road. There wasn't no bush there. All this, I don't believe that walnut trees even in there. All this cleared out. Wasn't no trees, nothing. Of course, it's 40 years, 43, 4 years to grow up.
Did Sis Morton have children?
Yeah, see, that's his grandmother. Johnny Morton was one of her children. Tom Key's mother was one of her children.
What's Tom Key's mother? His name?
You remember, Sonny?
So who did Sis Morton marry?
She married Morton. I don't know what her name was when she married you.
Why is this noted as the Sis Morton place?
This is her allotment.
She was allotted the land.
Yeah, this is her allotment. And that other place down yonder, was that hers or Ethel's or whose was it down yonder at the creek?
I don't know.
I really believe that was hers too. That's when y'all first stopped and looked at the old house before we got the soybean patch. I think that's another one of her allotments.
Dexter Phelps?
Yeah,
Where Dex lived there?
that's another one of her allotments too.
Was she, how was she supporting the family up here?
Oh, I don't know. You left that somebody else.
Well, I had the blacksmith
Dad
shop.
lived here when we moved here, when we come to this country. His dad lived here. First time I was ever up here, he was a little bitty baby. And Sis, his sister, she just was walking around. I don't believe she's big as little sister.
Was Sis Morton here at that time?
I believe she's dead, wasn't she? Honey? I can't believe she was dead at that time.
What's her real name?
Mary Ann.
Oh, it's Mary Ann Morton. Oh,
Yeah.
We talked about her earlier then.
But everybody called her Aunt Sis Morton. But her name Mary Ann was.
Who run the blacksmith shop here?
Dexter Phelps. I come up here with Lee Waters and brought 2 mules and 2 ponies up here to have them shod. And they was out to him and Fred and Ray was making ties back up down there somewhere. Ethel told us Ethel was making a real top hill and I hooped and asked him. Someone could shoot some horses. Dexter won't pass one show and Fred and Ray didn't come in there and had made ties.
So these folks, in order to get provisions and store goods, where would they have to go?
Dave's Arkansas. It ain't too far off over the hill down when we turned over the hill. You go out there just a little way and there was a road turned back to right, went right down the hill to Davison. They haul stave bolts and everything else to Davison. And right there at the graveyard hill, son, is where the Stacy boy knocked the McAnally boy in the head with a club and killed him.